Hey everyone, welcome back to Trove, your ultimate destination for everything tech, gadgets, and the most exciting innovations from the world of cameras and creators. If you're someone who loves pushing boundaries with your gear, this one's going to be worth every second. Because today, we're diving deep into the DJI Osmo Action 6, the next evolution in DJI's action camera lineup. It's powerful, it's promising, and it's surrounded by a storm of fresh leaks, new insider reports, and even accessory confirmations that practically confirm its existence. So grab your coffee, sit tight, and let's unpack everything, from release dates to leaked specs, new accessories, and even a few hidden clues DJI might have left behind. The silence before the storm, you've probably noticed something strange. While other DJI products have started surfacing with teasers and leaked visuals, the Osmo Action 6 has been unusually quiet. No official teaser, no production leaks, just whispers from insiders and a few scattered details from accessory brands. And trust me, when DJI goes this quiet, it usually means something big is cooking. A few days ago, I got hold of early information about the upcoming Action 6. I wanted to double-check everything before bringing it to you. And today, Igor Bogdanov just dropped a bombshell. He shared new photos, internal design sketches, and partial spec sheets giving us our clearest look yet at DJI's next-gen action cam. So yeah, this video might start quick, but as we dig deeper, the details get juicier. DJI Osmo Action 6, expected release. Window, let's start with what everyone wants to know. When is this camera actually coming out? According to several solid sources, including people close to DJI's accessory partners, the DJI Osmo Action 6 is scheduled for release between November 3rd and November 10th. That's the internal target. Not earlier, not later. And here's the interesting part. I've been told some official product teasers or spec reveals might appear within the next 10 days, perfectly aligning with that release window. Now, none of this is official. DJI loves its surprises. But this information comes from teams that are already building accessories for the new model. Brands that are producing filter kits, metal cages, and grip handles specifically designed for the Osmo Action 6. And if you know anything about accessory design, you can't build these without knowing the final dimensions, button placements, and lens layout. So that alone confirms something big. The Osmo Action 6 will have a completely new body design. Different from the Osmo Action 5 Pro. That's not just a small tweak. It's a design overhaul. DJI's upcoming product line now, here's where the bigger picture gets interesting. Alongside the Osmo Action 6, DJI isn't stopping. They're preparing a full lineup refresh. According to leaks shared by Igor Bogdanov, DJI will also launch the Osmo Mobile 8 and the DJI Neo 2, two products we've already seen in partial teasers and leaked factory videos. The Osmo Mobile 8 seems to focus on AI tracking, gesture control, and longer battery life, while the Neo 2 is rumored to be DJI's next compact handheld camera aimed at vloggers. So what does that mean? The Osmo Action 6 might actually launch after the Mobile 8 and Neo 2, likely in the second week of November. And that timing makes sense. DJI has a habit of staggering launches, keeping each product in the spotlight for just long enough before moving to the next. Also, Igor dropped a small mention of the Insta360 X4 Air, which might arrive around the same time. And yes, we'll definitely cover that one right here on Trove too. Sensor, lens, and technical upgrades. Now let's get to the real heart of this, the hardware. This is where things get really interesting. The Osmo Action 6 will reportedly not feature a 1-inch sensor as some fans were hoping. Instead, it'll use a 1.1-inch sensor, the same size found in the Osmo 360. But don't let that number fool you. That's still a huge leap in image quality, depth, and light sensitivity compared to the older model. Here's a neat design change. The ambient light sensor, which helps the camera detect and adjust exposure, is no longer under the lens. It's now placed under the front display. This subtle shift suggests DJI is improving exposure metering, especially when you're facing bright or backlit scenes. Field of view and image framing now about the lens. The field of view is now 135 degrees, equivalent to 16mm on a full-frame camera. That's slightly narrower than the 155 degrees, 12mm. we had on the Osmo Action 5 Pro, and that's actually a good thing. The new field of view looks more cinematic and less distorted, ideal for vloggers. creators and professionals who want their footage to look natural without stretching the corners. And yes, that confirms my earlier prediction here on Touch. Trove that DJI would trade the ultra-wide look for something a little more controlled, realistic, and balanced. The variable aperture revolution, okay, this is where things get really exciting. For the first time in a DJI action camera, we're hearing about a variable aperture system ranging from f2.0 to f4.0. That's right, no more one-size-fits-all aperture. On the older Action 5 Pro, you were stuck with a fixed f2.8, which was fine but limiting. Now with f2.0, you'll get double the light, perfect for night scenes, low-light vlogs, or underwater shots. And f4.0 will help you in bright daylight, reducing overexposure without needing ND filters all the time. Pair that with the new larger sensor, and you're looking at roughly 2.4x more light reaching the sensor at f2.0, giving you better shadows, less noise, and smoother color gradients. This could be the biggest real-world upgrade the Osmo Action 6 brings to the table. Now, let's be clear, you probably won't be able to manually change the aperture mid-recording. It's more likely an auto-switch system, f2 in super night mode, f4 in daylight, adjusting dynamically to the lighting. If that's true, it means DJI is giving creators something incredibly powerful. Smart light adaptation that makes footage instantly balanced no matter where you're shooting. What it means for creators. So let's talk about results, because specs only matter if they change your footage. With the Osmo Action 6, you can expect better low-light performance with cleaner shadows and reduced noise, a more accurate color tones in bright daylight, wider dynamic range for both highlights and shadows, and finally, fewer overexposure issues that plague most action cameras today. Personally, I can't tell you how often I've had to adjust exposure compensation, usually around 0.3 to 1.0, just to keep skies from blowing out. But with this f4 aperture and a bigger sensor, those headaches might finally disappear. And yes, this could make the Action 6 the most balanced action camera DJI has ever made. Final thoughts. Why this launch matters. The DJI Osmo Action 6 isn't just another iteration. It's a sign of where DJI is heading next. Smarter light handling, stronger sensor tech, better ecosystem integration, and most importantly, a shift toward creator-first design. We're only a few weeks away from the official reveal, and if these leaks hold up, DJI is about to give GoPro and Insta360 some serious competition this holiday season. I can't tell you how often I've had to adjust exposure compensation, usually around 0.3 to 1.0, just to keep skies from blowing out. But with this f4 aperture and a bigger sensor, those headaches might finally disappear. And yes, this could make the Action 6 the most balanced action camera DJI has ever made. So yeah, buckle up because November is going to be wild.